Okay, let's see. Let's see if this works. I'm not entirely certain if this is going to function the way I want it to, but sure. Let's do that. Probably should put you back there to begin with. But yeah, okay. Alex, hello. Hey, how's it going? Can everyone hear me? Everyone see me? Any difficulties? Let me know now so I can fix it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go back. Let's see. Let me change just one thing so that I can see better. All right. Let's increase this by a little bit. Very good. Okay. Great. Everyone can see me. Everyone can hear me. Fantastic. Undertaker, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me again. I'm only going to do like a really short live stream. I do have a video planned for this week that I'd like to put. God dying. I'd like to put out for you guys. So what we're going to work on this week, or at least what I'm going to be pushing out to you guys this week, is a video on the challenges that makers face in creating content. And I'll be doing this one out of suit. So if you're really just here to see me in suit, that might be a video that you skip and not worry about so much. And Magnus, hey, how's it going? But anyway, so I thought I would get on here a little bit just to kind of rant and talk about stuff that has irritated me or otherwise just something I want to talk about in general. First things first, I would like to tell you guys that my shitty neighbors have in fact sold their house. At least it's under contract, so we're really hoping that they'll be leaving soon. The police were here a couple nights ago, I think. They were, it's probably domestic violence because it's always domestic violence with them. And there's really nothing that we can do to stop them from doing the things that they're doing. But they're leaving, and that's great. The bad news is that my homeowners association, or the supposed homeowners association for this neighborhood, wants to become a legal entity, and I have no intention of letting them do that, because then it means that I'm letting them do things and make rules for me, and I don't really like that. But I didn't sign anything, and I refuse to sign anything. But the main reason, supposedly, that they're forming this thing is for neighbors like that live next to me. But since they're gone, and I've met the people that are going to be moving in, and they seem kind of nice, so that should be fine, right? Anyway, so I'm guessing all of you guys have been staying in, staying safe, doing what you have to do. Let's see. Oxyco Fox, the HOA is the devil. Yes, it is. It is indeed the devil. It is just a whiny bunch of old Karens that have nothing else to do but be busybodies in everybody else's business and putt around in their flower beds. And I have no intention of taking orders from people like that, because those are the people that are effectively taking control in my neighborhood. And we've had this in the past where they tried to say, I have to do these things, or I have to do those things, and I'm not going to be beholden to those rules, because when I bought this place free and clear, I made sure when I sat down with the lawyer to ask, is there an HOA? The answer was a emphatic absolutely not. There's no HOA. Cool. Which means that I would then have to agree to join their HOA. Fussy, hey, how's it going? Let's see. But that aside, which is fine, it's cool. I don't care if they tried to form an HOA, because so long as I don't sign anything, from what I understand, I shouldn't be beholden to any of their rules that I don't want to follow. So that should be fine. But doesn't look like the rest of the neighborhood wants it either. It just is 4 or 5 people. But anyway, so unfortunately, my shitty neighbors are leaving, which means I will have no more shitty neighbor stories for you guys. But it does mean that I'm not going to be like woken up by a police raid, you know, which, funny as it is, it has negative aspects on my sleeping schedule, which is already completely screwed up anyway. Fussy, will you buy the place? No, I'm not going to buy the place. They were asking, I think it was close to $200K for their house. And this is a place that is basically just like, the people are hoarders, and also they were selling drugs. And also, from what I can understand from the officers I've talked to, they were making drugs as well, which means that the inside of that place is going to need to be completely scrapped. There is absolutely no way that we're going to be able to make it livable, at least not without gutting the inside and doing a bunch of stuff. I wanted to buy it just so that I could control who lives next to me. But it's just not a good investment, and I don't think I can get anyone to to rent it and make any type of profit off of that. So I'm just not willing to do that, right? So that's basically what's going on with that. As for me, I am getting back into making videos, as you guys saw 2 weeks ago. I did a video for you guys. Most of you guys seem to really like it. It was on beliefs, specifically focusing on religious beliefs and how they affect us. And I think that I made some really good points. And then I chose to basically not monetize it. I chose to promote it using the AdSense thing, and I just got like just tons and tons of hate, which I totally expected to happen. So that's perfectly fine. I personally don't care if I get that much hate or whatever, because people are always going to hate me because lol furry, and you know, or whatever. So that's okay. That's fine. They have their opinions, I have mine. And it's not a big deal, but the whole thing was about religious beliefs and how it affects you. And some people seem to think that I should do a video without my suit. So that's what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to do a video without my suit and see if you guys like it. If you guys like it, awesome. If you hate it, that's fine too. You don't have to love everything I do. No, I should probably read some of this stuff. William says, one of the places I lived, I had the sign. I had a sign that said, "Will not join HOA, go away, or be charged with trespassing." That's probably actually a really great idea. I might actually take that from you, William, if you don't mind. Let's see. If I get your name wrong or say it wrong or pronounce it wrong, I'm dyslexic anyway, so I barely get most words right. Let's see. Was it just E? There's I don't know. I wish you the best of luck. I understand it's hard, but we'll make it through. Let's see. White-headed furry gaming. They were making drugs. Geez, if my neighbors were doing that, I would straight up just move somewhere else, but I'm not an adult. Well, the problem with just straight up moving somewhere else is that houses are big investments, and which is why some people suggest that you rent instead of buy. If you're on the line for a house, I mean, you're looking at 150, like 100 to 150 to 200 or even more. And that's a huge investment. Now, I do have a realty business, so I can kind of mix and match things around a little bit, but not everyone has the luxury of that. So I guess I could have, but I kind of like the neighborhood as a whole, just minus those people, which are leaving. So that's good. Let's see. Fuzzy Drake. Well, if you use YouTube AdSense, the video probably got pushed to a lot of normal people. It did get pushed to a lot of normal people, and a lot of those normal people didn't like it, and that's okay. They don't have to. Most of them it's really just a number of people that are just like, I hope you die, kind of thing. And that's something that you have to deal with. You have to deal with people that are just not going to agree with you. And it's something you have to deal with in life in general. Not people telling you that you should die. Those kind of things are rather a little bit more serious, and something that you should kind of think through as a whole. But anyway, let's see. William Lemon, I like that video. Didn't agree with all of it, but you did make good points. That's fantastic, William. I don't expect you to agree with everything I say. In fact, I expect you to think about the things I say, disagree with them, and then talk to me about them in the comments if you can. If you can't, that's fantastic too. Just you thinking about it, just you processing the information. That's all I want. That's what I want. I want you to think about what I'm saying and try to apply it to your life. And sometimes I'm not going to make the most sense, or maybe you're just not going to agree with me at all. Maybe you're going to agree with me 100%. Maybe I change your opinion or your ideology. But most importantly, I make you think, and that's what I'm going for. So that's okay. I just like that you participated at all. That's fine with me. James, do a video without and only your suit. Well, I've done lots of videos with my suit, and I am planning on doing a video without next week. I did get some serious hate. I hate to actually, I don't hate to, because this guy was just a dick. So I'll just tell you guys about him because I don't care. I'm in a YouTube group, and we chat back and forth, and it's supposed to help people, going forward and, moving forward in their video career and all the rest of that. And this guy just went off on me. Apparently he took issue with the fact that I had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to talk about religion in front of him, and suggested instead that I do pick up juggling or something else because he wasn't entertained. Well, Sunshine, not everyone is here to entertain just you. And just because you didn't find something funny doesn't mean that objectively it's not funny, or not objectively, but subjectively it's not funny to somebody else. Just because you didn't like something doesn't matter. And it doesn't really matter to me, but he basically told me that I should stick to the things I'm an expert on, which is apparently just the furry community as a whole. Well, that's a problem, because anyone who's in the fandom would then be classified as an expert, and then anybody that talked about the fandom would have already said everything that needs to be said about the fandom. So why should I say anything? Well, I think that line of reasoning is heavily circular, and it's just the dumbest thing. It's so stupid. But maybe I'll juggle in one of my videos, or tie balloon animals, or whatever the fuck that guy wanted me to do. But until that time, I'm just going to keep making videos that I like and you guys enjoy. I use that metric by looking at... Hey, can you not? All right. But I use that... my roommate just walked in and started playing my video, which creates this weird feedback. And if you've ever used the software that is like a speech jammer, it slightly reverbs back at you and causes your mind to just stop. And that's what he just did to me. But he didn't do it on purpose. Anyway, so that guy in general, to kind of make a long story short, suggested that I'm an expert on the furry fandom, which is awesome that he thinks I'm an expert on all of you guys, but I'm not. I'm not an expert on you guys. I'm an expert on me. I'm an expert on the things that I know and the things I know about the fandom, but I'm not an expert on the whole fandom as it were. I do have a degree in sociology, which allows me to look at the group as a whole and maybe make some inferences, but that doesn't mean that I'm a specialist in any way. Anyway, that guy is basically just kind of a dick. And if he's watching, that's fine. he can continue being a dick, but apparently he's done this before. I'm not going to name any names or anything like that because it's over, it's done, it's whatever. But it does still bother me that this person wanted to heavily judge me. By the way, this person doesn't really have a channel. Like, they have a channel, but they don't post anything or make anything, but they would really like to judge other people for the time and effort that they put in. So that's kind of what got me. That's what actually made me upset, is just like, you don't even do this thing, man. Like, you have no clue what you're talking about. Just because you weren't entertained, fine. Then go watch someone juggle, because apparently that's your thing. But it's not mine. I talk about issues that are important to me, such as how religion affects you. And because that does affect all of us. And it's an important thing to think about, like your ideologies, your impressions of people. It's interesting. Let's see. Nisip, I think, I don't know. I'm doing that wrong. Complete jump in topic. What do you think about virtual furry conventions? Well, for the foreseeable moment, that's pretty much the closest we're all going to get to an actual FurCon. Because, well, we still have COVID-19 to deal with, and we're still trying to like slowly bring everything back online without starting everything all over again. And, you know, some people are being good about this. Some people are not being so good about this. You know, some people are actively trying to spread it for some fucking reason. I don't know why. But I think some people that I heard, and this is of course just hearsay, but one of my my mom's friends, she has someone who goes to her church or something, and she knows that she's positive and still goes out. Like, she's 100%, like, they confirmed her positive, and she still is going out. That's the kind of stupid behavior that's just like, it floors me. It does. It floors me that people are like this, because you are so not concerned with everyone else's protection. You're just not. And you're only concerned about what inconveniences you. And it's the same thing with the people that are just like, these are my rights. Like, okay, cool, those are your rights. But the problem here is that, like, you're saying things like, one day, like, I'm going to defend this country with everything I've got. Cool. Well, you're not in the military. But I mean, that sentiment is admirable. It totally is. Super much is. But when you're asked, please just stay inside for a little while we get this under control, you're just like, it's, you know, you think it's some sort of fucking war crime. You know, let's see. Dog Wolf, this is why dictatorship shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, it definitely should not be a thing. But you know, it's just what it is. People will consecutively put themselves first above other people and above the society that they live in, trying to make things better for themselves, I guess. I don't know why they're doing it. I think it's just they are so self-absorbed that they don't see the damage that they're causing. And even if they see the damage that they're causing, they don't care at all. Let's see, was the 3D carrot. Some people are just plain wankers. Yes, in fact, they are. William Lemon. People like that remind me of anti-vaxxers. Yes, most of those people probably fall into the same category as anti-vaxxers if they're not already anti-vaxxers right then. Potato King, hey, how's it going? But those people make me angry, because these people are trying to say that that our their right to be free completely trumps all of everyone's right not to die, and that's a problem. Potato King, the topic right now is COVID-19 for the moment, but we'll be switching off of that because it's just a depressing topic and everyone's talked about it to death, but I'm talking about it for just a minute. Let's see. Are people forced to stay home via police if they are positive for COVID-19? Apparently not. Apparently they're not forced at all. Let's see. Being heavily judged is horrible. My friend is a furry. She hasn't really expressed it, but everyone knows. Same with me, but I'm more expressive. She gets so much hate and her crazy ex. Is that by her crazy ex, or from her crazy ex, or is her crazy ex also a furry and also gets hate? I'm unsure on that one. Let's see. Undertaker spin. We could talk about your great hair. I don't think my hair is that great, but thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. It does make me feel good, but at least not at the moment, because I could use probably a haircut, but that's okay. It's fine. Anyway, so I ran across a tweet. Let's see. That I was just stunned by. And I personally think this is, you're a war crime. Yes, I may be in fact a war crime. Let's see. I'm not going to tell you who it's from because I'm not trying to stir up hate. I'm just floored by someone saying this. But and by no means do I ever want any of you guys to go and attack anyone on my behalf whatsoever. That's never something I want, just to make that perfectly clear. Let's see. Condemning graffiti/vandalism is inherently racist and classist and exposes you as being willfully ignorant to culture and art outside of your own bubble. I know it's already been said, but I want to make sure that my followers understand my stance on this. LIMO. Okay, so here's my problem with this. If you don't own that property, like, you shouldn't be vandalizing it. You shouldn't be spraying anything on it. I don't care how good it looks without consent to the owner, because it's theirs. It's sort of like me going to your house and breaking your windows and then like graffitiing over your laptop and going, you just don't understand my art. Like, that's garbage. That's the dumbest thing ever. And couching it in this kind of identity politics bullshit is even worse. Because not only are you wrong about it, but you're actively making that movement to try to push people into a better position in life. You're setting it back because you wanted to make some sort of hot take statement on it. Personally, say whatever you want. Just know that you're wrong about this. You don't get to break things. You don't get to vandalize things. You don't get to tag things just because it's somehow like art or your culture. That's not, I don't know how that's something that's okay to do. You don't own that. That's not all right. And furthermore, cities often, in fact, in the city near where I live, they have an entire alley, actually probably more than one, that is free for taggers, people to express themselves, to showcase art, to do any of these kind of things that they want to do, and anyone is welcome to do it. So that statement of, well, I'm allowed to do it anywhere because it's, well, my culture, that's garbage. That's stupid. You don't get to break something of mine or ruin something of mine because you're trying to express yourself. That's not expression. That's destruction. And there's a difference there. So I'm not sure how else you want to bring this to light, but that's dumb. It's a dumb take. And in fact, it's probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard another human being say in my life. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Anyway, it's just something that I saw and wanted to talk to you guys about. So what do you think? Do you think that's okay? Do you think it's fine because maybe culture? In fact, like, that, to me, it's just dumb. Let's see. You look like Chris mixed with the main dude from Mr. Beast. cool, I guess. People say vaccines cause autism. Makes me sad because I'm an autistic person, and autism isn't a bad thing. That is actually a fantastic statement, something I have said before, which is saying just like that you're warring against this. You're warring against vaccines. We flip topics again. We're warring against vaccines because of because they might cause autism. So what you're saying when you don't get your kid vaccinated is just, I would rather my child be dead than autistic. That's what you're saying when you do that. Why? Anyway, let's see. I did something illegal, but it's your fault because because it expresses me. Yes, that's basically the exact thing that's being said. Spin, you're so right. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm completely wrong. You can ask Ink or you can ask Uriel. They know me in real life, and I am wrong a lot. Williams, as I grow older, I see respect, logic, and reason becoming more and more rare. I think the idea is that everyone seems like they are disrespected. The issue here is that when most of us grew up, like I was born in '85, so when I grew up, I was told that I must respect people, and then everyone just kind of assumes that that respect will be handed to you. Well, that's not the case. What they meant by that is the rule is you must respect me because reasons. And sometimes people have very good reasons to be respected. Other times they must rely on those rules to be respected because there's nothing respectable about them. Just because someone's in a position of authority does not mean they are worthy of your admiration or your respect. Let's see. Yuma, I was born in '84. Fantastic. You're older than me. My God. We are both dead together. Let's see. Dog Wolf. So you're saying if I get a child that's autistic, that they're a failure? Wow. Yeah, basically that's what people are saying. And that's a ridiculous point to take. That's dumb as hell. We shall leap into the dark void together. Yeah, probably. After you. Poisonous drink. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Okay. I'm not entirely certain what you mean by that, but cool. I guess we don't. Bye. Let's see. Harit, what's going on? Not too much. We're just talking about random social shit, that's happening and things that kind of irk us or whatever. But for me, I stand by everything that I say because I think I'm right. I think I'm right on most of this. Whether it's my views on religion, my views on anti-vaxxers, my view on identity politics, my view on everything. Because I think I'm right, but I'm not so unmovable that new evidence does not change my mind. So if you have new evidence, I'm not going to hold on to my point just to hold on to my point. It's not a good idea. Fussy Drake, how would you feel about voice calls? Because it's really hard to keep a discussion going here if the topics are flipping like that. Just a thought. I thought about doing voice calls at some point. I thought about doing like at one point when I was doing Patreon, which I paused all of my Patreon stuff just so that no one got charged during all this, because right now every dollar counts and you don't need to be giving it to me. I'm fine. So I encourage any of you that are patrons of mine to go ahead and just kill your donations right now. There's no reason for you to be giving it to me. It's not even going to be taken right now anyway. So go ahead and kill the donations and don't worry about it, because I'm good. Okay? I'm fine. I'm doing perfectly fine. And none of you guys need to be giving me money. keep it for yourselves and your families. Let's see. A micro, are macro furries okay, or is it just a mass genocide? I don't know. I don't know if macro furries are okay or not. I've never really considered that. I know that lots of people like that kind of thing, and they like to set up pictures and stuff like that. At cons, some people go well out of their way to get those shots. It's not really my thing, but hey, you do you, right? Kind of a like not my circus, not my monkeys kind of thing. Like I don't care, so keep doing you, so long as it's not invading the rest of the con or something like that, or like taking over something. It's fine. I don't care. Gotta get going. Catch everyone later. Have a good stream. Thanks so much, William, for stopping by. Thank you so much even more for the interactions. It's great. Spam account. Macro furs are hot. It's so it's okay. Ooh, all right. Very nice. Let's see. Dog wolf. I mean, it's only art, so no one is dying. I don't know what's making that noise, but whatever. Okay. Yeah. Bye, William. Anyway, no one is dying, I guess. I suppose. It's Hosher. Yeah, I figured it was. All right. Very good. But yeah, so that's definitely a thing. I kill people. It's hot, so it's okay. No, that's definitely not all right. Don't kill people. Don't commit crimes. Don't do illegals. I don't really care what you do, so long as you're not hurting other people or just being weird as shit. That's on you. That's not something I'm gonna even begin to deal with. I'm like 6'3", so does that mean I'm macro? I mean, to someone who's like smaller than you, I guess so. You know, let's see, spam account. Whoa, I'm not saying kill people. I'm just joking around. Yeah, definitely. Definitely don't. Definitely do not do that. Let's see. Spam. Yeah, sorry if I made it seem like you're bad. No, no. I think everyone's just joking around. I don't think anyone is actually killing people. Hopefully not. That's not okay. Let's see. Have you heard of animal art crimes? No, I have not. It seems like something I probably would not be that interested in. Especially if it's kind of gross. It's not really a thing I want to pollute my soul with. I've been committing tax fraud since 2003, and I think the IRS is on to me. What should I do? You should consult a lawyer and also maybe like a tax attorney. You should definitely probably pay them because they can send you to big boy jail. Yeah, just pay your taxes. Do I play Fortnite? I'm guessing that's a question for me. I don't actually play Fortnite. I played when it first came out years ago. I know it's on Twitter, as the @ symbol would suggest. I'm just not wanting to look into things that basically make it seem like it's going to be something kind of nasty. Like animal art crime seems like it's bad, and it's not something I want to like deal with unless this is just some sort of like someone drew a deer wrong or something like that and it's funny, like, and it's an art crime because they're bad at art, or something like that, or they're doing it wrong on purpose. Something like that, that's kind of funny. But if it's something that's kind of disgusting, then I don't want anything to do with it. Thank you for telling me about it, but just not something I'd be interested in. Let's see. Serious question. When furry cons resume, would it be improved if they started trending more towards family-friendly themes or towards the adult themes started excluding youth? Well, that's a weird position to take. And I do kind of agree with Ink that, in certain parts of the day should be much more family friendly. And then other parts of the day, when the kids are gone, it can be a little bit more risque. But here's the thing. In England, you can't go to any of the cons there, which there are not that many of, until you're 18, at least, which is legal age of drinking over there. So in effect, it covers them against underage drinking and a bunch of other things that they don't have to worry about, right? And then they can kind of do what they want, and it's usually pretty tame. I didn't see a whole lot of crazy things when I was there at Confuzzled or in any of the other places. I just didn't see any of that. So that to me seems like you could definitely have it, but I think it'd probably be better to kind of keep things segregated with a time block, from the morning to I don't know, 10 or 11 o'clock, kind of keep things a little bit more family friendly, and then whatever. I mean, what you do in your own hotel rooms is your business and not my problem. So you do you. But my feelings on this are that you should probably try to keep it a little more family friendly when we know that kids are going to be walking through hallways or whatever. And these people, these young kids, these are basically the future of our fandom, whether we like that or not, whether that's good or not. And all of us, as we grow older, are going to be put in positions of control over these cons, or at least some of us will. Some of us will go on to start cons. Some of us will maybe fade out of the community as a whole. But you have to look at it as a revolving door. These people that have been putting on these cons for us, they've been giving us entertainment. At some point, for some of us, it's going to be our turn to kind of give back. And we need to set as best of an example as we possibly can for the younger community growing up. And this is in every fandom. It doesn't matter if it's the furry fandom, anime fandom, gaming, whatever. You need to be setting a good example for the people coming up behind you. That shows that you have a certain amount of restraint, that means not openly doing drugs in front of people or walking around in BDSM gear just because. You do whatever you want to do in your room, but understand that what you do affects everyone else when you step out of that room. Does that make sense? So I think it does. Shit, the IRS is here. All right, goodbye, Connor. Let's see. Uriel, I feel like cons should notify attendees before hosting one. Some cons have certain sections for adults and can leave the rest for all ages. We do have that. We definitely have that in different dealers' rooms. Some of them are 18 plus dealers' rooms. Others are just regular dealers' rooms. You know what's in the 18 plus ones. You don't need me to tell you. If you need me to tell you, then you're not of age. So, and I'm not going to be the one to tell you. So yeah, those are adult themed rooms for the dealers then, but I would also say that it's probably a good idea to have that divide. If you think I'm right, that's cool. If you think I'm wrong, that's fine too. But I think I'm right about this one because it involves as many people as possible. And as I said, these are the next generation coming up. No matter what fandom you're in, the small ones that are in your way, the little ones, the little hell goblins that are set free, they might not be the most well-behaved individuals on the planet right now, but if they stay with the fandom, these are the next group of people. So you have to understand that we need to not do certain things in front of a, I don't know, 11-year-old. You shouldn't be walking around in BDSM gear just you shouldn't. Like, dude, it's like 9 a.m. Like, we're all just getting breakfast. What's wrong with you? Like, keep that inside. Like, just come to breakfast. It's fine. And you can do whatever you want, and I can't stop you, and that's fine. But know that, like, the parents are unlikely to let their kids stay. And if they're unlikely to let their kids stay, then they're unlikely to let them be involved in a fandom that can be a really, really welcoming and positive, nurturing environment. And it can be those things if we let it be those things. So that's what I see the fandom as, and that's what I think we should be. I think that we should be more in line with a family-friendly organization, and leave that stuff to after hours. I'm not saying it doesn't have a place. I'm saying that we need to leave it till after hours. Let's see. Was it gaming? Was it Zanuck? I believe I may be doing that one wrong. Dang it, I have one more year to wait. Don't worry about it. None of us are going anywhere. We're all still here, presumably. Alex, it's due to child protective laws. They could make it available to all ages, but it would cost them lots to get a license and extra security. Yeah, probably that. You probably would know more about it than I do. It seems like you're more educated on it than I am. But yes. Let's see. Crafty Arts. What's the harm in seeing BDSM gear? You don't like it, don't wear it. Yeah, I if I don't like it, I don't have to wear it. But also, like, there is a connotation to BDSM gear that is like, if it's basically showing your nipples, or it's like very, very revealing, like that's like very, very obviously geared towards that specific thing, then yeah, that's something that I would say is not okay. But that's just my personal opinion, and I can't stop people from doing whatever. But like, if you're wearing something that's basically more straps than it is like clothing, then yeah, you're being a little risque. And like, if you're being a little risque in front of some kids, like, it doesn't matter that I might not give a shit what you wear, but the parents will, and the parents are going to pull their kids. And that's money for the con. That's future members. That's our image. So those are things that we have to be very protective over. Just seems reasonable to me. Let's see. In fact, I run away from kids like they have COVID. I mean, maybe you do, and sure. Let's see. Good. Just get the fuddy-duddies out of here. No, it's not. Just don't engage with kids while wearing it. Yes, you should definitely not engage with kids while wearing it. I definitely agree with you on that. It's something that I definitely wouldn't suggest that anyone does. If you're in fursuit or whatever, fine, engage with them. They're probably gonna want a picture or something, or like a high five or some shit like that. That's fine, whatever. Crafty Arts. Government should not regulate who gets to go where unless they demonstrate themselves as a public nuisance. I can't honestly speak to that. I don't have a law degree, but I can say that that's probably correct. As far as like our notion in the States of freedom, like that would be something that no one would allow to happen. Let's see. I saw a picture of a little kid getting petting a guy in puppy BDSM. Yeah, that kind of stuff just, I don't know. It's not. It makes me uncomfortable. Not really a thing. Apparently, like, there's a whole thing with the pop culture that I don't really understand. You know, so I can't really speak on it because I don't know anything about it. You know, there are certain aspects of it that are sexually practiced. There are other aspects of it that that aren't, apparently, and I don't know enough about it to talk about it. Not at great length anyway. Was it Sir Namut? I guess I don't know how to say that, but it gives me real pedo vibes. Yeah, it kind of does, and it makes me extremely uncomfortable. I would rather they not do that. Um, uh, let's see. But you know, a lot of stuff that we deal with in the fandom is based around like maintaining a positive image, and I really think that that's something that we all should be working towards as a whole, is to maintain a positive image, because we definitely haven't had one for a very, very long time. And if nothing else shows that, feel free to go back and look at any video I've put AdSense on and look at the comment section, because the comment section is basically a lot of people purely not because of my message, which I could understand if it was because of my message and they just didn't agree with my message. I could probably more understand that than this, but this is just blatantly hate. These individuals dislike me just because I'm a furry, and they're welcome to do that. Of course, they free will, all that, you know, freedom of speech, that kind of thing. The issue is that this is symptomatic of a much larger problem, which is how society as a whole views us. And people will say over and over again that no, it's fine, and society views us just fine, and that's okay, and everything's all right. Well, the problem is that it's not all right, and it's not okay. The issue is that we have trapped ourselves in a series of, I want to be able to do whatever I want to do, but I also don't want people to dislike me. Well, if you want to do whatever you want to do, that's fine, but people are going to judge you for that. And they're welcome to do so, but if you give them more of a reason to judge you, they definitely will. And a lot of the people that comment on my stuff are just taking a break from Fortnite for 4 or 5 minutes just to comment on some shit that I put. And mind you, that all of my stuff that I put out there as AdSense is just clickable. It's not in front of your video, it's clickable, which means that they took the time to click on an ad that they knew they wouldn't like just to hate it. That's how much they don't like us. Or at least that's how much they don't like me. And it's probably because they were terrified that one of their friends might see a furry video pop up in their list and then think that they're furry. And if they thought they were a furry, then they would get hated on. So they better hate on this video really hard and make it really, really public that they don't like this, just so that everyone knows that, you know, they're on the same page as everyone else. That way they're completely on the same train, right? They're in the same echo chamber, and, you know, they're not thinking for themselves. And of course they're not. But let's take a few more comments and let's see. Doggo Wolf, if you see a person dealing with an issue that you don't necessarily relate to, would it be wise to improve the situation of the person and help? It depends if you have something to say about it. It depends if you are, if you feel like you can actually help. If you're just getting involved to get involved because you're bored, don't. If you're getting involved because you legitimately think that you have something to bring to the table that's going to change them in a way that's positive, then you can try. It's just not something that may work out in your favor. That's my opinion on that. Potato King says, Spin, I need your input on this. I'm a furry, but I have a masculophobia, the fear of mascots slash fursuits. I'm 15. What's wrong with me? There's probably nothing wrong with you. It like any type of phobia is probably, and I'm not a therapist, and I don't have a degree in psychology. My degree is in sociology. So take this with a grain of salt, but from what I understand, it's usually something that is definitely going to be kind of a mental thing. It's going to be something that maybe you got really scared when you were a kid from some mascot, and that subconsciously stayed with you. Now, you can try to work through that if you really, really want to. You don't have to by any means. You don't have to go into any cons if you don't want to. But I would highly suggest that, like, if it's something you want to work through, you can consult a therapist or someone who knows a lot more than I do, which is anyone. But with that, I would basically say that there's nothing really wrong with you outside of an irrational fear, which a lot of people have. Now how you got that, I don't know. But that would be probably my next step if that's what if you're trying to get past that mark. But you don't have to fursuit to be in the furry fandom. But if you go to a con, there definitely will, and I 100% promise you this, will be fursuiters there. So that's something that you're going to have to tackle. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you get through this if it's something indeed that you're trying to get through. I think that applies to mostly in the name of children, has a long history of being used to silence expression. Conventions can be child-friendly and not, and still make money. Yes, they definitely can. I've seen both work just fine. You just have to set everything up right. Again, personally, I think that we should be focusing on kind of family-friendly stuff during the majority of the day, and then the rest of it at a certain point, you can kind of do what you want. A lot of cons do that, and it seems to work out just fine for them. Let's see. Let's see. Dude, it seems you're misunderstanding. No one hates the videos. It's a meme. They aren't really affected at all by it. They just epic lulz to them. I totally understand what they're doing. I understand it's just for the lulz. It's just for the memes, whatever. The difference is that it's just like, of course, this is super funny, but being told that like they want you to die and they want to they would like nothing more than to piss on your grave, that's different. Some of them are just kind of, like, I understand they're 12 and they're like, again, they're taking a break from Fortnite to be like lol furry and like whatever. That's cool, but they're taking time out of their day to do that. That's on them. But understand that there is a certain level of hate that comes along with that. That's they might not understand why they hate that thing, but they just do. They do because everyone else has told them that they should, and they have a misconception of our fandom as being like something that's not. So yeah, I'm not truly misunderstanding most of them, but some of them I know where this is coming from. Let's see. What's that spin? Closet furries projecting insecurities on the internet. Oh my, yes, that's pretty much it. That's just the internet, though. Some people take jokes too far, and it can really be used to represent that as a representative of all furry haters. Yes, it definitely can be used to misrepresent them. I'm assuming that's what you meant there, is misrepresent instead of or no, I guess you didn't misspeak. I just misread that. Anyway, yes, it can be used as a representation of all furry haters, but the vast majority of people that dislike this particular thing have never really spoken with any of us. They don't really know what it's all about. They know most of their information from like an ancient NCIS episode or something. Most of them believe it to be just a fetish or something like that. That's just that's what they they feel, and I understand where you're coming from on it. That's just the internet, and yes, of course, I understand fully that people are going to hate me. I understand fully that people would hate me regardless of what I said and how I said it and what I was. Someone's going to hate me for something, but that's just what it is. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people hating me just because they were told to hate me. It's just, it doesn't make it any more fun. It just is what it is. Let's see. I'm waiting on some stuff start making videos again, and I'm extremely excited for it because I like editing videos. Oh, that's great. Let's see. Let's see. I missed one up here. Outside groups will always be. Oh, I missed it. I can't go back on that one. Crap. Sorry. I should have been faster on that one. Let's see. I know it's ironic, but it has helped a bit, and some friends are helping with my fear too. I hope you get through it. I really do. Let's see. When I was younger, I thought furries were weirdos. I sometimes mocked furries, and sometimes I did it because it seemed like the majority did so. I, in fact, was in the exact same camp, which is why my opinion on somebody who hates the fandom is what it is, because I used to be in the exact same camp until I started like getting involved with the fandom, and I was like, this isn't at all what I was told it was. And that's fine to be wrong. It's less fine to just follow the group think and just stay in your echo chamber, do no investigation yourself, just continually remember to be a sheep and bleat on about what what you've been told. Let's see. Furries are weirdos, though. It's just weirdness in a way that's positive. I mean, yeah, in its own sense, yeah, we are a bit weird. Yeah, we are a bit odd. I don't think that we're any more weird or odd than like anime fans or people that obsess over video games and things like that. Like, if it's just the same thing. Let's see. Mom McGuire, do you do challenges in your suit? I've never really had someone ask me to do a challenge in my suit. I have asked people to post video ideas in the comments and things like that, and I would look over them or throw them to my DMs because all of my DMs are always open. Now, that said, if you respond to me or if you just talk to me and just say like hi or hello, like that, I don't know where to go with that. Let's see. But gotta go. Bye. All right, thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video or the next live stream, whichever comes first. Let's see. But in any case, yeah, no one's ever asked me to do any challenges, but hey, if you got a challenge for me to do, I'll think about doing it, so long as it's not going to be hazardous to my suit or myself, something like that. Let's see. I know you probably answered this at the start of the stream before I was here, but how do you deal with the quarantine? How are you dealing with the quarantine, my dude? Well, I am exceptionally lucky in the fact that I have like a VR setup, so I can kind of just hop into VR and do that stuff, or like I think I can still do figure skating and stuff like that, since I do figure skating more often than not. We just started that back like this week, which has been nice because I've been getting a little chunky since I've been just sitting at home eating pizza and like whatever I wanted to, and used to be not a problem because I would be skating and I would be out exercising and things like that, and then the quarantine hit and I was still doing that and I was still intaking the same amount of calories, but I wasn't burning anything off, so that was starting to be a problem. Figure skating in suit, that would be fun. I don't know if I can do that or not. At some point, I'd said that I was going to try to do that, but the more I learn about figure skating and the more I get better and better at jumps, and my singles are down. The only jump I don't have down right now is an axle, which is 1.5 rotations, as opposed to a single rotation jump, because that's about as far as I've gotten. But yeah, it'd be kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. For the most part, I don't really care if someone wants me to do something in suit. I will try, but I can't promise success at all. Vision in these suits is a little scant, and when you're skating, let's see, that's harder to do. Jump into a Raging Inferno challenge in fursuit. Now that would be a good title. It would definitely get clicks. It'd probably make a couple people laugh. If I was better with like After Effects and things like that, and I could make it look good, then I 100% would do that. If you know anyone who's just like an absolute wizard with After Effects, hit me up. We might make that happen, because fuck it. Like if it makes people laugh and I'm entertaining to people and I get people to kind of laugh along with me, then great, let's do it. I'm up for that. Now, jumping into an actual Raging Inferno, probably not so much. Sometimes I feel disconnected from the fandom. I don't necessarily watch the YouTubers I watch anymore. I guess a new feeling of being in the fandom wore off, and I have to face the face-to-face access. Yeah, that's let's see. Yeah, I can understand that. The face-to-face interaction is definitely missing for a lot of people, and a lot of people want that. It's just that not a lot of people are going to be able to have that for a while, so that's just what it is. Let's see. I can work really good in Microsoft Paint. Yeah, that might. Fuck it. That might do too. Shit. Maybe just a really, really shittily done Inferno and just a poorly done green screen. We could probably make it happen. Let's see. First to 10 against Hosher in fursuit. No, that's all right. But yeah, so it's definitely a fun thing. It's definitely something I'm interested in doing more videos, more interesting things. And if it makes people laugh, even if they're not in the fandom, even if it's just for the memes and the lulz, you probably have a point. It could be, as long as it's in good fun, then fine. Yeah, sure. We could probably make that happen. Picture of spin. I guess that's dancing over a fire pit or dangling over a fire pit. Probably just a really poorly done one. If you're gonna do a really badly done thing of my character or some fan art or some sort of thing, and you already know it's gonna be bad, just go ahead and make it really bad and send it to me. I find that shit to be hilarious. Let's see. A tad more thought. Have you heard about the virtual Furrence or Fox? Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. I didn't know what the name of it was. It's an interesting concept, and it's probably the best we're going to get for right now. Breaking 300 fitness world records at the same time in fursuit. I may actually die if I try to do something like that. But I could probably try to do some sort of terrible fitness workout in fursuit. That might be kind of fun. I would be just pouring sweat. It's like wearing a full suit is like wearing full motorcycle gear, helmet, leathers, all of that. You're just fully geared up. You just sweat. I would definitely burn off this gut I've gotten from COVID-19. This has been bothering me so much. Uh, that'd actually be an amazing video. I might make it just for you. Just because, like, you know, I've got nothing else to do, right? Like, not going back to work anytime soon. It doesn't seem like it. I hope I will be able to go back to work soon, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And just, you know, the thing about it is like one thing I really want my videos to be, and I think this is something that I need to like really put out there, and it's very serious, is like I want my videos to be able to reach as many people as possible. And whether you're a furry or not, and whether you like the fandom or you don't, I want it to be something that you like. And I want to make something that you like too. Regardless of that, like, you know, I've thought about doing gaming stuff. I've thought about, you know, doing all of these things. I can think fast enough most of the time to be okay. I don't think I'm nearly as witty as some of the people that do it professionally. I prefer to write things out, so that's I don't know if that would work, but like I really do like gaming and all the rest of that. Committing tax fraud against the IRS in fursuit. Now that there would be a pro gamer move. No thanks. I'm not dumb enough to dick with the IRS, fursuit or not. Although, for some people, especially with the CARES Act and things like that, some organizations are definitely going to be dicking with the IRS, and like we'll see how well that goes. They tend to keep track of how much money they put out. They don't care so much like about like very small people, because they just don't have enough people to enforce those things. But hey, tax fraud is my thing. Not anymore, Connor. Apparently it's my thing. So you'll have to get a new thing, and it's upsetting. But you know, I've got a fursuit and this brilliant idea, so I guess it's my thing now. Run for president fursuit? No, there's enough people that are just absolutely ass clowns that are running for president, so I don't need to be one of them. As a Democrat, you do as good as a third party. Yeah, I definitely would. You know, I'm not super hyped about this year's election or anything. You know, a lot of the people I was really interested in kind of got shot out pretty early, and now we're left with like the choice between like Joe Biden and God Emperor Trump. Bernie is your dad. Like either Bernie still got game in his later years, and you're pretty young, or like you're much older than me, because Bernie looks to be about 5,000 years old. Let's see. I still think people should vote. Yes, you should definitely vote, no matter what you think. You should definitely let your opinions be known, even though that those votes are only going to be slightly influencing the oh God, what is it? And I lost the oh shit. I wish the choices were better though. Yeah, definitely. I wish the choices were better too. I wanted Bernie, Yang, and Buttigieg. Yeah, I think that's that right. Electoral college. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. The electoral college is the one who actually makes the decisions, and they can vote against your own interests. The popular vote is what people want, and the electoral college is what we get. So you can vote all you want. The electoral college can make a decision against your better interest. In fact, it was found the electoral college, some of them actually drank so much that they couldn't write the correct names down, or the names of the current candidates down when they voted. So they're not really great. So many people rather not vote because who they like didn't make it. I mean, yeah, I really liked Yang, but I didn't think he would make it. I didn't think Andrew Yang would make it. I just liked... You'll excuse me for a second. I've been talking a while. Let's see. But yeah, the problem that I have with all of it is that none of the candidates I wanted are going to get in, and that's fine. It's whatever. I'll still go out and vote. But it doesn't really matter who we have in office. And I want to stress this to you guys more than anything. The big game matters very little to you as a person, as an individual. Who your president is doesn't matter as much as you think it does. Now, who your city councilman is and who's the governor of your state, these things matter a lot more because we don't, and when you make federal laws, they have to be adopted by the state. And at least I believe that's how it works. You'll have to forgive me. I have a education from a not great school, so that's just what it is. But it's more important to be focused on your local elections and things like that than it is to be focused on the big game, because the big game doesn't matter as much to all of us as we'd like to think it does. It just doesn't. Like, care who makes rules that affect you right now. I'm not saying don't care about the election as a whole. You should care. It's just don't put as much importance on that as you do on the local government. Anyway, guys, it's been about an hour or so since I started this whole thing. I probably should wrap it up and let you guys get about your day. I really appreciate you guys joining me for another live stream. I will be shooting a video later, probably today, actually, and kind of work in a lot of the stuff that I was talking about earlier about, like, the trials that content makers have, and how you can deal with them. So if you guys are interested in becoming YouTubers or want to walk down this dark and terrible path of content creation, no matter what it is, whether you're an artist, singer, songwriter, anything, hopefully this might help you. Love the stream, man. Even though I joined it late, it was fun. Can't wait till the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by. And really thank all of you guys so much for stopping by and showing your support. And if you, again, have a video idea for me, please tell me. I am open to suggestions always, no matter how ridiculous they might be. There might be something in there I could use. Who knows? So I think that's going to be it, really. Let's see. I like how chill you are. Also, great to see you out of suit content from First. Yeah, I do like to do some stuff like that. Furry versus sound versus sounds fun. Yeah, that might be kind of cool. Later, everyone. Bye. All right. Thank you so much, Potato, for stopping in. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you for joining the stream. Even if you joined late, your continued support means the world to me. We're over 3,000. How many subscribers do we have now? Let me check that just quickly, because I don't keep this kind of stuff just right up here. We're at 3,533. That's an amazing number. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and support. It means the world to me. It really does. So, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do the thing, what all that shit is. I'll have different content coming out for you guys soon. Maybe I might even try to reboot my Let's Play channel if that's something you guys are interested in watching me do. I won't be doing that in fursuit because fuck that noise. That sounds terrible. I know there are other people that do it in fursuit. I don't know how they do it. It's pretty crazy. But I honestly couldn't do that kind of nonsense and can't be asked. Okay, well, anyway, guys, that's it. And I'm going to leave you with some words to think about, because I always do that. Be the best you that you can possibly be, because everyone else is already themselves. So thank you so much. And I will chat with you later. Oh, wait, Sonic Fox? Yeah, I don't think he plays with the suit on. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't really keep track of Sonic Fox. I know he's an amazing gamer, but that's about it. I wish him the best of luck. And as I wish all of you the best of luck, take care. We'll see you guys next time.